the the biggest challenge most Let's Players face, apart from, you know, just sheer anonymity and competition, is... Let's just leave that alone for a second. That is scary. Is ego. A lot of people getting into Let's Playing have egos. I have an ego. I have a massive ego. I have a very high regard of my person. Just because I think I'm a cool dude. And I ain't afraid of nothing. I don't afraid of anything. There we go. That's the actual sort of phrase. Anyway, but so I have a fairly good ego, comparatively. And like, I know a lot of people have like self-esteem issues, and like it's kind of hard mix. And like, a lot of people aren't this way, but the biggest issue in a lot of cases is people believe that they're going to grow really quickly, and then when they don't, they get really depressed. It happens to me, it happens to all of us. The thing is, you need some level of, like, humility and some level of, like, reality to be like, no, you know, I'm not going to gain 1 million subscribers overnight. That's not how it works. I've seen countless people come through my subreddit being like, you know, what's going wrong, and they've been Let's Playing for, like, 2 weeks, and they have like, 50 subs, which, quite honestly, is actually pretty good in this, in the modern market. And usually that's from, like, aggressive advertising and stuff like that, and, you know, good for them. But they're, like, super bent out of shape because they're not successful yet. And, like, the thing is, a lot of people look back at 2010, 2011, and people back then could gain 10,000 subscribers overnight, purely because of a video. So, like, say you corner the market on the newest Call of Duty game, and, like, since nobody else is competing with you for, like, 24 hours... you might actually be able to, like, make serious bank. That doesn't happen anymore because there's just so much competition. But so, people look back to, like, stories from older Let's Players, or, you know, just the statistics of older Let's Players that have been at it for a while and grown particularly well as a result. And, you know, they look at these people and they're like, you know, man, why can't I be these people? Or, hell, they'll look at PewDiePie and be like, man, PewDiePie sucks. How is he so good? I'm better than PewDiePie, therefore I deserve to be more famous than PewDiePie. And, like, some amount of this is personal feelings. Not actually. I actually don't really watch a whole lot of his content, but I do think he is a marketing genius above all else. And also lucky, but still, luck is always a thing. He actually, the information on, like, how PewDiePie grows, or grew his channel initially is insane. And actually, if you're a foreigner, like, you know, Germany, France, Netherlands, you actually have a much better time of it than most. It's actually just the English-speaking people that actually have a harder time getting into it. However, there are diminishing returns. So, say if you get really big as a French-speaking Let's Player, chances are there's only a maximum of the French population that'll actually be super interested in your content. So, of course, it's a trade-off. You can make the transition over to English, which is what PewDiePie did, and it actually managed to pay out in droves. That, and he was also the premier horror Let's Player at the time. Because most people prior to him were a little bit more on, like, the Call of Duty side of things. And Call of Duty, Nintendo, you know, Chugga Conroy type stuff. Ah, sweet. Shield. We might actually be able to do this with Top Hat today. And the level is gone. Holy shit. There is nothing left. I do not like dark levels. No, I don't. Oh, well. But, so that's kind of like a basis of how he grew. It's kind of like the super truncated version, but that's the basics of it. And, like, even if you are, say, German, and you get into German Let's Playing in German, it's not actually going to guarantee growth in the slightest. I need to leave. This place is a hellhole. I turn a corner, and there's a big old stone dude who can do, like, most of my health in one shot. I have nothing. We're in a bad way, but we do a lot of damage, so that is actually a huge bonus. Because we got, like, double money shot and at least a 1 damage multiplier from Top Hat, if not more. I kind of wish it would actually show up as an item in your inventory for how many times you died as him, just to kind of keep track of how much extra damage you do. Because that's the secret bonus to Top Hat, apart from having extra lives. But so, I'm getting smacked around a little bit more than I'd like to here. But so, like, to kind of get back on track, like, the first 100 is the hardest. Say, the 1,000, assuming that you're growing fairly reasonably, and you're not, like, being lazy about your content, or being egotistical, or anything like that. Oh, right, I was going to talk about ego a little bit more, but still. But, yeah, let's talk about ego, and then I'll get back to the proper track of things. Let's see. But, so, ego is super dangerous because, well, I mean, obviously, you get to the point where you're looking at somebody else and being like, you know, why aren't I bigger than this? And you get depressed, and it's frustrating, and you're angry, and that's what kills that's what kills a channel. I mean, that and like apathy. Apathy can also be kind of as a result of the ego thing, but like if you get like apathetic, or if you get depressed about your channel and you don't want to create content anymore, I mean, it's hard to produce content when you don't feel like it. I actually run into that from time to time, and that's part of the reason why I like streaming so much, because that actually really keeps me on track. It keeps me focused on what I want to create and what people want to see. Because at this point, I stream every night from, you know, midnight till 5 in the morning, which is ridiculous, and I should probably switch it around, but still. But so it helps me stay focused on what I want to do, because it's a lot easier to be motivated on a nightly basis to show up and, you know, say hi to people, hang out, stuff like that. This is going to be a longer run than I was expecting, but that's not the end of the world. There's spikes in there, isn't there? Yep, there is. Yeah. Main goal here, get to the second cycle, then probably leave, because they haven't added guns, golden guns to the game properly, which makes me cranky, but still. Let's see what I can do. Come on. Oh, not quite yet. But, so, the ego thing just... Oh, shoot. I'm out of jumps. Alright, well. Oh, well, not the end of the world. Like, at this point, we probably can survive. It's a little bit Ooh. I'd say a little bit dubious, but that actually helps a lot. That helps substantially. Ow. These rock guys are frustrating, though. They're not helping out. Unless we're also using the lag gun, which is kind of a problem, but still. Right. And our health is 86, which is way lower than usual, but still. But yeah, ego is what kills the channel, because what it also does is it ends up alienating you from, you know, games that you could cover, fans. If you ever have like a fan that's like giving you feedback and you don't agree with it, and you like tell them off, they're no longer a fan, and they're not going to stick around. Whereas, you know, if you're polite and you say nice things and you kind of reason through it, or realize that they're correct, well, you might actually get a loyal fan as a result of that. I know it's happened a couple of times at this point, but still. Yeah. And, let's see. Let's go down before I get murdered by the ceiling. That's a weird phrase to say. Anyway, let's see if my health directly goes up by picking... Oh, yeah, it does go up. So I wonder if that onk is, like, a guaranteed thing. I think it is. Considering you only get, like, 1 or 2 chests per floor, but you know what? Works for me. Let's see. But, so... Just to kind of go back to the original topic of, like, growth. So the first 1,000, after the first 100, is hard. It's not much... Well, it's not much easier than... Let's see. It's not much easier than the first 100. But at that point, you have viewers, you have a couple of series. Hopefully you have some search engine results to, like, push you forward and stuff. Gotta watch out for those shots. For that exact reason. Night Danta Vivi. But I'm just gonna keep ranting about this, so if anybody else is interested, or if anybody else has any more topics, just yell at me and I'll switch. But, like, the first 1,000 is... Oh, there goes my shield. Shouldn't be a problem, though. Yep, but that is. But the 1,000 is kind of hard, because you're kind of on the edge of successful in a way. And it's this weird feeling of, like, you know, if I can cross this threshold, then I'll be good. And that's always the case with YouTube. So for in this case, I'm 25% of the way to 1,000, which, I mean, in reality is just a number, but it's a number that probably signifies to a small degree that I'd be able to go full-time. And honestly, kind of depending on how things go, that might be sooner, that might be later, might be way later, we'll see. But, you know, 25% of the way to 10,000, and once you cross the 10,000 mark, then actually a lot of larger YouTubers will be willing to talk to me, you know, hang out, and even collaborate and stuff like that, which would be super productive and nice. And simply I'd just be able to rely on my numbers for growth. And then it's just like, well, if you can go from 10,000 to 100,000, then your day is made, and, you know, your fate is set. And you're always kind of in this weird situation where you feel like you're going to cross a threshold and stuff like that. Let's see. Run away and stuff like that. But so you're always going to feel like you're on a threshold. And, ooh, hello, free chest. Sort of. And it does, yeah, it is guaranteed to give you 1 health point. That's cool. I wonder if I could get a bunch of those onks. Become the toughest man alive. Toughest top hat alive. Especially because my damage output is quite nice. Because top hat, that is what top hat's, like, secret weapon. If you can manage to survive, you are going to just gun through people. Of course, if you're just regular top hat, not so much so, but still. Let's see. It also looks like when you die, you only lose 50 health or something like that. I don't know. I don't exactly know how the top hat death mechanics work. I assume it's going to be quite substantial, give or take. Okay, I need these keys, and they're not forthcoming. Okay. Oh. We're actually in a really bad way, because there were no keys in a good spot. Come on, faster, faster, faster. There we go. That could have been bad. That's the first time the keys have not come to me. Usually they're quite forthcoming. There we go. But so, like, the first 1,000 is actually... It's hard, but it's not super hard. Just because you have some stuff to rely on, but you still have to, like, work on growth. But it's very easy to get complacent and be like, yeah, you know, I'm growing. That's actually one of the problems I'm running into right now. Because there aren't a whole lot of games coming out in the next 2 weeks, give or take, that I can cover that probably will do well. Like, I'm gonna pick up Pillars of Eternity, and I really wanted to pick up Bloodborne, but I don't have a PS4, and I really don't want to spend $500 just for one game. That's hard. So what I'll probably do is pick it up later, either on sale or just when I have hit the fuck it threshold, or something else comes out that's equally attractive. Which is hard to say, but still. Probably, maybe not Final Fantasy 15, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. But, still, I'll probably hit a fucking threshold and pick up a PS4 at some point. But it's easy to get complacent. It's easy to kind of miss opportunities. I've missed so many opportunities for growth that it's not even funny. And some amount of it is, like, obstinance, and some amount of it is just bad luck, and some amount of it is being busy. So, for example, I actually was the first person, I think, to get a copy of Karma Flow, and spent the entire day, you know, doing stuff for my mother's birthday. And to a degree, I regret not, you know, excusing myself for half an hour to make a video on Karma Flow, but at the same time, life is more important than YouTube, in a lot of cases. Eventually, when it's my job, maybe it'll be a little bit more unyielding, but still. Oh man, back to the whole, what will I do if I'm massive? I just realized, like, if I do actually do this full time, I'm never gonna have a free weekend, ever again. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. It's not so bad. Let's see. Oh, that's a topic to talk about a little bit. So, Legit Games is making the point, making a second channel. If you ever think it would be a good idea to make a second channel, stop. It's not. It's never a good idea to have a second channel on YouTube for anything. Unless that anything is something that you want in no way, shape, or form to be connected to your first channel. And, like, yeah, there are people like Game Grumps that can get away with it. And, like, honestly, if you're, say, a massive YouTuber already, sure, you can get away with it just because you have the size to push it forward. So, in Rooster Teeth's case, it's Achievement Hunter versus the actual Rooster Teeth content. But that's a whole different turkey. Because the thing is, like, for me, right now, as one person, it's hard enough for me to create enough content to, you know, churn through, you know, what I need to churn through just to grow myself. Oh, shoot. It's E to pick up the key, not click. That's bad. But, you know, it's hard enough for me to grow my own channel. And, like, I know it may seem kind of bad to say this, but it's not easy to grow multiple channels. If you're massive already, or if you have, like, some kind of mystical wizard driving your YouTube channels forward, maybe. But, like, for me, I put my speed painting videos, even though I don't do many of them, on the same channel as everywhere else, just because I don't want to split my audience. And, like, honestly, a lot of people won't watch my speed painting videos, but some people might. And I'd rather that. And you know what? Maybe some of the people brought on as a result of my speed painting videos will be brought on to watch the rest of my stuff. And, okay, that works too. I'm just about to crest 100 hit points. That's good. Because playing Top Hat is hard as hell. comparatively. And it's a dark room. Of course it's a dark room. Since when is it a dark room? Yeah, no, that's actually a guarantee. Yeah, 101 hit points. I think we just hit level 22, so go figure. But so, there's a lot of shit going on in here. I want largely nothing to do with it. Let's see what I can get around here. Just, oh, there we go. Found it. Oh, hey, World of Goo music. That's good music. God, World of Goo, actually. Like, there are a number of older games that I actually really would love to cover at some point, and probably would cover if I was full-time, just because I know I could get away with it. Whereas, like, right now, if I did a series on World of Goo, I actually don't know how well that would go. Interesting question. Let's see. Oh. Huh. Game might be glitched, so I can't get the Tome of Secrets. That's an interesting point. I'll take a look at that, Crazed. Because I have not looked. Okay, I'm gonna leave. I don't even know what's going on. Let's see. But... oh. Also, Cavern Kings is still not listed on Twitch. That is one of my main frustrations with this game. That you can't actually search for Cavern Kings. Or... I said it correctly! Yes! It's just not listed right on Twitch. Or my, well, on my Twitch, just because there's no way for me to do so. I could go with, like, a unlisted thing, but that's not right. So there that goes. But either way. But yeah, no, splitting your channel in any way, shape, or form, and that includes doing, like, kind of a weird collab channel, is not worth it. So, I've mentioned my podcast a couple of times, which I need to film the next episode for. I need to get people, god damn it. Very, very hard to manage some things on a given basis, but still. But, like, I made a second channel for that purely because people were going to get angry at me for promoting my own channel on the subreddit I run, because it's so anti-self-promotion 90% of the time. But, like, even then it felt weird doing so. Hey, sweet, red diamond. That's gonna be helpful. But... but yeah, no, making a second channel, while it seems like a good idea, is not. It's just not. So, yeah, if you're starting your own channel and you're thinking of making two, one for, like, retro games, one for modern games, don't do it. It's a bad idea. Please listen to me. I have so many people tell me, no, it's a brilliant idea. I'm gonna make one channel for this, one channel for this, one channel for this. No. It never works out for them. They usually abandon one. I mentioned a guy that doesn't have, like, a whole lot of growth right now. He is actually the poster child for exactly this, where he felt like he was bothering his regular viewers with, well, his, like, review viewers with his, Let's Play content, and his Let's Play viewers with his review content. And the reality of the situation was, he ends up splitting his audience into two parts, and there's very little crossover. So, you know, so there's so very little crossover that when he recombined them, he got a lot of extra views from it, but very little growth, because, I mean, like I said, it's so hard to grow a channel, and again, most viewers aren't going to be interested in subscribing to two channels for you. Well, that was interesting. It's just going to be impossible to grow properly. Because, truly, anything and everything that you can do to grow helps. As long as it's not particularly scummy. Oh, advice. So growth and advertisement. So I don't talk about advertisement that much. Why? Because I don't do it. I probably would grow a lot faster if I was properly advertising and stuff like that. But I feel really awkward doing it. And also, I mentioned my subreddit is just so rabidly anti-self-promotion that to a degree it's a gut reaction at this point. So if I ever see anybody advertising their channel on my channel, I actually ban them from my channel and report them for community violation. So if any of you guys watching this did do that, I'm sorry. I'm maybe a little bit on the hard line side of things, but at the same time, it's one of those where it's unacceptable to ever think it's okay to advertise your content without permission. So, I mean, honestly, I will give people a shout out if I truly believe, you know, they deserve it. So I frequently shout out Tobash Wombat. I shout out my various friends, Sebastian SB, and, you know, people like that. And, like, they are people either that I know, or I think that they truly deserve it. And so if I see, like, a newbie that I'd really, really like at some point, I will probably shout them out, regardless of what size I am. That said, if you're watching this video 3 years from now, and you're like, I am a newbie that deserves it. No, anybody begging me for a shout-out is probably just going to get a flat-out rejection, because, quite honestly, that's the wrong way to do it. You can't beg on YouTube. It doesn't work. If there's no shortcuts on YouTube, and that's part of it. Shoutouts are shoutouts more to kind of show solidarity or, like, respect. Not, you know, so a big YouTuber can pass his subs out, his precious, precious subs out to somebody else. A, that's, you know, not actually how it works. B, it's not cool to think a larger YouTuber, oh, he scares me, is ever going to do that for you. Let's see. Oh, I see. Tome of Secrets increases, like, your chances of finding drops. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, quick distraction from what I'm doing, seeing as... so... Oh, this is a lot of everything. I don't even want to deal with this. Okay. Oh, it works out. Okay, so apparently to get the Tome of Secrets in this game, you have to unlock all the golden guns, but seeing as the golden gun drop rate, or the golden gun unlock method is bugged in this game, you can't get the Tome of Secrets. That makes sense. Yeah, I'll go edit that in a little bit. Let's see. Probably between saves, because, yeah, no, there's no way I can unlock that currently, and I'd rather actually have that, because that's actually really good. But still. Okay, time to leave. Ceiling's right there. Oh. Thank you, Radioic. I think that's how it's pronounced. It's hard to tell. Let's see. But yeah, no, sub for sub boxing, shoutouts, stuff like that. Can't beg for it, can't ask for it, and seriously, if you're going to do advertising, be as polite as possible and make sure that you're advertising in the right place and people actually are receptive to it. Because nothing sucks more than, like, getting 50 views, no likes, and 1 dislike on your video. That business is rough. Or if it's worse, you get like 100 views, and your audience retention is like 1%. Like, that is brutal. And if you don't know audience retention, that is purely just like how much of a video somebody watched. I have a couple of reviews, if you go back, that like nobody watched, and I sunk hours into them thinking like I can catch lightning again. And just not effective. I'm not going to be playing Super Crate Box later. Legit, I don't do not like. Alright, we're at 110, 111 hit points. It's actually, I think, the first time I've ever been at 111 hit points. But, Top Hat is interesting. He does a lot of damage. Gotta say, but at the same time, it's just like, so little health, so little time. Like, I am actually in a very bad way right now. Should probably leave. Because at this point, we're just getting nothing but Titan Bloodworms. I don't actually have any of the healing-related items, do I? Except for not Dracula Blood. Heart of Belial's. Oh, that is hard. Nope. Nope. There we go. Oh, we only lost 30 health for that. And that actually probably busts our damage up by, like, a significant portion. It's probably time for me to leave now that I've died. Oh well. I also hate dark rooms. Makes it hard to predict where enemies are coming from. Okay, now we back off, then we shoot this guy in the face a bunch. There we go. Yeah, because, like, the thing is, I can still murder the Titan Bloodworms way more effectively than most. Maybe Mishka would be, like, a better example, but, like, I don't even have, oh, shoot, what's the thing that makes your gunshots do damage? No Dracula Blood. Do I have a Mossy... Oh, I have 1 Mossy Clump, which is not much. Still. It's the Dracula Blood that heals you the fastest in this game. Also, Philosopher's Stone's pretty awesome. Let's see. But, I don't know. Apart from that, just advice. Work hard. Make friends. No Let's Players in Island. I have so many friends, and I don't think I'd be able to survive without them. Actually, I can talk about that a little bit. So, I'm not going to stream it, because it's kind of in middle of the day type thing, and I want to focus on this guy. But, I've got a friend now, from the right-click regulars. Probably haven't talked about him too much, just because they truly were an island of Let's Playing, an island on YouTube, where they had 3 people, 1 main guy and two co-stars, and the 2 co-stars never, ever really stuck with it comparatively. Not enough time, not enough interest. kind of bit of both. So actually, to talk about like tips and stuff, if you're thinking about doing a co-commentary style channel, make sure that your co-commentators are going to be interested, because if they're not, it's going to be real hard to involve them in it. So like for me, Shell, sometimes I actually have to twist her arm into doing it, even though I know she's going to have fun, and even then I have to pick the content. So some of you probably remember the stream where I was trying to play Risk of Rain with her, and it just didn't work, because she was not interested, which is kind of ridiculous. Stop bragging about having so many friends. But like, I should probably talk about this. So one of the main reasons why I even started Let's Playing was sheerly because I didn't have any friends. I know I sound like a pretty personal person, but like the thing is, post-college, you just don't have a whole lot of contact with people. Everybody's moved away, oh boy. Everybody moves back home, and you just do not contact anyone. Well, now we're going to be doing even more damage. However, our health is looking super shit. Oh well, I'll figure it out. I mean, we can almost one-shot the big ol' Cyclops things, which is actually pretty great. Like, the thing is, apart from the fact that our health is awful, this might actually be a really... Well, this is a really solid run. I just have to make sure... Yeah, because I have no active healing, which is kind of a problem. Or no fast-paced healing. It's all wrapped up in hearts, which is bad. How many of them do I even... Oh, sweet. Last boss, we get to cycle 1. Yes! Goal complete! Wow, he died fast. He died real fast. Oh, hey, there's a scatter shot down here. Yes! Unfortunately, I want to say we're kind of at the end of this. I think... I kind of want to run away. Well, not run away. I kind of want to just accept this is the end of the run and move on to something else. Because I want to do Tower of Guns tonight. So I think, yeah, I think Tower of Guns would be kind of fun. But in this case, see how I can... I mean, what I could do is actually just blow up or... you know what? No, Foxy just shut up. Let's keep going until we inevitably die. Let's see. But like, so, you know, Shell's kind of hard to get into, but so for Mike from Right Click Regulars, both of his co-commentators have effectively quit. And so, unfortunately, it's one of those where it's like, you could be the greatest duo ever, but if one person isn't interested in Let's Playing, you're never actually going to be able to make it as a co-commentary channel. So, originally, started as one, and went solo because I realized that, you know, I realized that I wanted to do solo content because that was the only way I'd be able to do the amount of Let's Playing that I wanted to do. Kind of trying to decide, should I hang out and just fight like dinky little enemies hoping for items? Give or take. Let's see. But like, so this guy, unfortunately, since his partner's quit and he still wants to go, like, well, not go, since he still wants to do Let's Playing, he really had like nobody to work with, and so kind of to go back to my like no Let's Players in Island. I mean, yeah, you can have Let's Players that truly are on their own all the time, but they're rare. They're rare. It's rare to see like a Let's Player that truly has never ever worked with anybody and managed to be successful as part of it. Partly because you just don't have like any feedback to tell you what you're doing wrong or right, and also just simply like there's shit people know that you don't know. That's just a guarantee. But so I saw him actually posting about like not being able to you know, not being able to produce like his old content because like the reality of the situation was like, if you do nothing but co-commentary stuff the entire time, you know what, let's just try and get as far as I can. I don't feel like waiting around just for enemies to spawn. I hate that part of this game. We'll grab treasure chest because that gives us health, but that's about it. I've got more than enough money and more than enough damage to deal with it at endgame. Cycle 2. Watch this be the character that actually makes it to Cycle 2, because I don't think I've done that yet. That'd be pretty embarrassing. Anyway, but so, you know, I saw him post somewhere along the way that, like, he solo commentaries was suddenly really hard, because he had never done it before, and I was like, oh. And, like, I sort of pitied him, and sort of at the same time was like, yes, because I knew this guy's content, because I'd seen him before. He actually does absolutely brilliant Dark Souls 2 PvP footage, like montages and stuff, and I'm like, oh, hell yeah. You know, here's my opportunity. I can actually get in good with this guy. Because, like, the thing is, as a solo Let's Player, one of the things I look forward to most is, well, collaborations. I love co-commentary. I love working with people. And so, I don't even know what that noise was. That was a weird noise, though. It was kind of like a rubbing noise in my room. That is strange. I don't want to deal with it. Yeah, if I can get to cycle 3, that'd be insane. Probably not going to happen, though. But, let's see. Keep running. Keep running. Chests. Yeah! Kind of wish there were more chests along the way. But at least we're getting, like, plenty of jumps and stuff. And some enemies are starting to spawn. Slowly. Yeah, whatever. Like, the thing is, since I only have one of those Vigor Beetles, it's not really giving me a whole lot of health, so there's not really a whole lot of reason for me to stick around. Also, lazy. That makes a huge difference. Damn. What did I even get? Oh, I got the Tesla coil. Alright, that works for me. Well, let's see. But so, I do, like, a lot of... I do a lot of... Now people are saying they were the one. Damn it, this is not a Home Alone situation here. I do not have traps laid out for people. Please do not enter my house. It would be weird, and my parents would not be okay with it. And if I have an apartment, please don't enter that either, because it's tiny and does not have enough room for people, probably. I don't know. I love apartments. I love small apartments. Unfortunately, having neighbors kind of sucks, especially if you're doing YouTube, because it's just like, alright, these people can hear every word I say, and they're not happy about me saying anything. But anyway, let's see. But so, you know, the Mike from Right Click Regulars was like, yeah, you know, I'd be interested in doing, like, collaborative stuff. So now we've sunk, like, 2-3 hours into Dark Souls 2 at this point. God damn, that is, like, my favorite game to collaborate on. That and, like, Gmod. Gmod is amazing. Ooh, heart, yes. But, so, in him kind of branching out, all of a sudden, he's kind of, like, in this weird, awkward zone where I'm effectively throwing him to the wolves. Both with me, and, like, I noticed it, because, unfortunately, like, the other night I was tired. But honestly, I kind of hit my peak hours around midnight, which is ridiculous. But, like, it's interesting to see somebody kind of trying to spread their wings in interesting ways on YouTube, especially somebody that I would consider to be fairly experienced. But, so, just to go back to, like, advice and stuff for a bit, find friends, make a Skype group, hang out, know people, learn from each other, that kind of thing. Anyway, what else can I talk about collaboration-wise? I think one of the things that's probably going to change as far as, like, streaming goes, and this probably won't be reflected immediately as far as I think I'm knocking... Oh, he's stuck inside the vortex shard. That's awesome. The Titan Bloodworm was just kind of like having a weird, like, goiter issue. It's great to watch. Not doing enough damage to kill them, though, which is kind of concerning, but go figure. Oh, did it again. Holy crap, he killed me in one blow. Damn. We're not going to be able to make it to cycle anything. If those guys can pass through me and murder me, and finally got one of those, but still. Let's see. Yeah, how many missiles do I even have? Buttloads, probably. How many missiles? Is that... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Actually, I can't even see. Oh, well. Not a big deal, but, like, every time we die as Top Hat, we actually end up getting, like, a huge health boost. So that's actually kind of helping in a way. Because it effectively means we're just wrecking people. Unfortunately, it just means we can get one shot by almost anything. But, whatever. Not a big deal. I mean, we're on cycle 2, so that's usually kind of the point where I'm just like, I have one. Just kind of do whatever I want. Is this considered cycle 1 still? I don't even know. Whatever. Not a big deal. Explosions abound. I don't even have any extra shields, do I? No, I don't. Oh. Man, what else to talk about? Yeah, you can murder me. And you know it. Bastard. Alright. And unfortunately, it's kind of one of those where it's like, if I'm not... If I, like, talk about one thing too much in an episode, I kind of run out of other things to talk about. Oh. No, he didn't kill me. Must have... Oh, wait, no. He busted through my shield, though. I knew something was up. At least those vortex shards are actually saving my keister more than I thought they would. Oh, my headphones are unseated slightly, and it's killing my ear. Oh, not a big deal. Ow. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. Hey, finally a Draco blood. a little bit too little too late, but still. But so, one of the things that's probably going to change as far as, like, my streaming stuff goes, is, like, Friday, Saturday nights are usually going to be fairly collaborative. More than anything, actually, I need to bring back more collabs onto the YouTube channel. I've actually been very lazy about editing them up, because, you know, usually with my regular content, there's a distinct start and stop. Hey, Gerwolf? Oh, and we're dead. Wow. Interesting, it actually tried to revive me multiple times, and it brought me down to 13 health. I wonder what the stopper is. Probably 25 health is where it resets, but still. But so, I'm probably going to start doing, like, more kind of weekendy, long-term collabs. So this weekend might end up being some kind of ridiculous Open Transport Tycoon stream-a-thon with people. Because I've been looking forward to getting, like, people together for that one. So that might actually happen, which would be kind of a blast. But anyway, long episode, long rambling episode, but fun episode nonetheless. And first time I've won with Top Hat, so that truly does leave technically Jack, but screw him. And apart from that, Entite, which is a bit of a challenge. Oh, what? Oh, that's why I was getting my ass kicked. I apparently picked up Burst Fire and I didn't even realize it. Ow. Well, anyway, see you guys on the next episode, and as always, thanks for watching.